I'm about to tell you everything I know about the best sniper rifle in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Almost 500 meters. First, I'll show you where to find it. You can use the coordinates in the bottom right corner to navigate. And of course, feel free to pause the video anytime to take a closer look at the area. The MSR is waiting for you in Bushan's mine. Just clear out the guards, head inside, take the first left down the tunnel, and boom, the weapon crate's right there.
I got eyes on a weapons case. Nice.
I'll go through all the details of this rifle, and if you want, you can just jump around using the timestamps. But real quick, this girl is loud, so unless you want half of Bolivia coming for you, maybe slap a suppressor on her. First up, the scope. The best scope for the best sniper rifle. Yeah, I said it. You'll find it in the northwest in the Kawani Desert. Just an abandoned factory, no big deal. Oh, and later on, we'll talk ballistics and other little quirks, so even the pros might learn something new. But yeah, you can also check where each attachment is by simply inspecting the weapon. Look to the right of the screen. In case you didn't know, I didn't either for a long time, had to Google it. Now let's grab the extended mag for the 50 BMG. It doubles your ammo, and since this rifle is semi-auto, trust me, you'll need it, especially if you're running solo and taking on whole squads. You'll find it in the eastern part of M.A.N.G.O province. And then there's the long barrel. This one seriously boosts your stats and turns the MSR into the longest range, hardest hitting rifle in the game. Even with a suppressor, you'll find it in the southern part of San Mateo. All right, let's go over the scopes. And to better show the difference, I'll demonstrate this in a low light area with a lot of small details, intentionally, so you'll need to scan wide and try to catch everything at once. First up, we've got the TA3T1H, a basic SureX scope with a horseshoe-style reticle. Nothing fancy, just works. Next, the digital scope, variable 2.5 to 3.5 times zoom. Great for assault rifles and low-light situations. But honestly, not ideal for long-range sniping, more of a mid-range tactical option. Then there's the G28, another scope in the assault category with 5x zoom. I used this one myself for a while and it's decent, but again, not built for extreme range. Up next, the TARS 101. This one goes from 4.5 to 5.5x zoom. It's got extra magnification and a lot of markings to help you line up long-distance shots and account for bullet drop. Then we've got the POSP 4x24 volts, simple, clean, and functional. Fixed 4x zoom with a reticle that works well in low-light conditions. After that, the PKS07. This one gives you up to 5x zoom and has a nice balance between clarity and range. And finally, the T5XI Tactical. This is the top-tier scope. Best range, best field of view, and up to 6x zoom. You can compare them all on freeze frames, and I think you'll get a solid feel for what works best for your playstyle. A few words about ballistics. In Wildlands, you often deal with distances of 300 meters and more, especially if you're playing as a sniper. And let's be honest, you are. But here's the thing. When it comes to this rifle, you don't really know ballistics. Everything up to 300, just aim a little higher, and that's it. Look here,
Sniper,
300 meters.
Tower.
No stress. The bullet flies straight like it knows exactly where to go.
Enemy reinforcements incoming.
And this is where the rifle truly shines, when you're working on structures, hostages, generators.
They got no juice.
Now here, almost 500 meters. I aim between the first and second mil dots. And boom. Hit. Doesn't matter if it's a person or a vehicle. Now a helicopter, hold on. Cooked, like on a grill. Didn't even make a sound. Oops. And watch this. The more you level it up in ghost mode, the more it gives you. Better ballistics, quieter suppressors, less recoil. You feel the metal doing the work. One shot, one kill, and just look at this. Even if the target was behind cover, it wouldn't matter. The bullet still goes through. Another important thing,
Submachine guns.
this scope lets you see guys you wouldn't even notice with any other optic.
Just spotted one with submachine guns.
Now watch 400 meters,
Sniper.
picking off
Top of the
targets.
tower.
Between the first and second mil dot again. If you're playing support sniper, this is it. All right, and here we've got 3 set to 50 meters, almost 400. Same deal, same reticle, just a bit higher. Little to the left, lead the shot. And right where the trapezius meets the scapula. But this .50 BMG round, it's powerful, sure, but not exactly surgical, especially if you're trying to tag 2 guys at once. And if they're moving, be ready to miss. The game's bullet physics are real. If you're aiming at 2 targets at once, you better know what you're doing.
Roger that. Target marked. Engaging tangos.
Now watch this, almost 600 meters. That's the second marker. And just to prove this scope actually works, I'm going for his leg. Hopefully we'll see it. Looks like that was his Achilles heel. And now some truth about render distance. Technically, yes, you can shoot from a kilometer away, 2, even 3. But here's why that's brutal. Enemies despawn at that 600 meters. They're just gone. If you want to shoot farther, someone else has to spot them again. Otherwise, you're just shooting into the void. So yeah, don't count on long-range fantasy shots. And if you do pull it off, it's basically artillery. All right, now I'll show you one way to do it. Just backing up, let's see. Okay, this is almost 700. Let's call it 700. Yeah, 700 meters. Now, according to my little custom reticle system, that's somewhere between the second and third mil dot, like right in the middle. So basically 2.5, right between 2 and 3. And then wait, did it hit? Who knows? And finally, let's talk penetration. This one's pretty straightforward. Yeah, she's going through. We see that the bullet went clean through the wall, shattered the glass, and struck the target, most likely passing straight through him as well. But the real fun begins right here. What happens if I fire at this wall and show you exactly how the bullet travels and what it's capable of? Watch this. First cover, pierced. Second cover, pierced again. Now the bullet starts to drift, and that's exactly what I meant when I talked about tagging 2 enemies with 1 shot. Just keep this kind of ballistic nuance in mind. Now, impact with the third wall. We've gone through 2 layers of cover. So remember, if your target's hiding inside a house, even behind something else, you can still tag them easily. But there are limits.
Clear.
She won't shoot through thick bunker-grade walls like the ones you find in armories or certain metal barriers. So yeah, this baby's not all powerful. Keep that in mind.